Friars Walk is very much the game changer in terms of Newport city centre. It's something that the residents and businesses of Newport have been wanting a very long time.
The design philosophy was to come up with a series of buildings which each had their own character and used a palette of materials which were referenced back to the locality. We used the coloured panels in the Kingspan tying back to the greenness of the hills, and the terracotta in the Kingspan tying back to the brickwork and the stone that exists within the town centre. We have a number of different materials, and the contractor wants as simple a way of building this as possible. The Kingspan structural insulated liner panel gave us that flexibility. After the erection of the steel frame, the building was clad very quickly in the insulated panel, and we were then able to clad the external facades in the variety of materials that we'd chosen, whilst internally there was fitting out works going on, and this helped to speed up the whole construction.
Probably one of the main challenges with the Friars Walk scheme was the sheer speed in which we built it. What you can see behind you is a 21-month project from commencement in February 2014 through to delivery in November 2015, and by any measure that's a breakneck speed for a retail scheme of that scale. The Debenhams building is actually on quite a tight street. Now, what the Kingspan panels have done with the good choice of materials and colours has really nicely broken down the mass of those buildings, so they don't look like a big lump of a building that's been landed in the city centre.
On the Friars Walk project, our Kingspan benchmark carrier panel system and hook-on cassette facade system were utilised. On the Debenhams part of the building, there was 2,000 square metres of a green colour cassette that's polyester powder coated with various gloss levels, and gives a very striking and contrasting appearance. In addition to the standard flat cassettes that were provided for this project, there's also some very detailed corner sections. It just allows the facade to flow around the envelope of the building and reduces the need for any flashings. Just gives a much nicer architectural appearance.
The other main area of using Kingspan products was in the cinema and on the MSU buildings, where we had 3 or 4 different colours of panels to provide a richly coloured facade. Particularly on the cinema, this facade had to respond to both a daytime condition and a nighttime condition, and so we integrated LED lighting into the cinema for nighttime effect.
One thing that's prevalent on this project is there's a lot of large-scale signage details that had to be through-fixed to the main structure. So our technical department not only assisted in the structural detailing of it to ensure it was structurally sound, but also came up with the fixing details to pass on to the cladding subcontractor.
Throughout this project, we never heard of any real major issues in relation to the delivery, procurement or otherwise of the Kingspan materials. Obviously that's prime importance again on projects which are just so fast. A slip up on it with a major supplier could mean the difference between success or not of a scheme like this.
As with all new developments, energy efficiency is very important for the developer, specifically to reduce running costs throughout the lifetime of the building. The Kingspan insulated panel systems allow not only fantastic thermal performance, but also reduced air leakage.
Friars Walk is an integral part of the city centre, and as you can see, it's an open streetscape with an ETFE roof and roof structure. But on that basis, because it's open and part of the city centre, there's no heating required through the winter months and no cooling required in the summer months. With the cladding panels, the insulation, it's all very energy efficient.
Forecasting huge growth for our city. For the city to grow, we need to have something that's a key attractor. And having this core retail and leisure complex at the heart now is really giving people hope that Newport really is a city on the rise.